have a seat. Why is there a table here? I'm sorry, I can't see a thing.
For your convenience and pleasure.
Okay. Hi. Good evening. Welcome. Brilliant. Is this the movie? Oh, that's a little screen. Who said that? Okay, hello everyone. It's so wonderful to be here. I think I'm in Dallas, Texas, am I? Yeah! Okay, because everyone keeps calling me Meh. It's really nice. Lovely, it's so respectful. But unfortunately, so far, all I've seen is an airport. Outside my window, landing, whatever. And I'm in Texas. I want to see Texas. I want to be in Texas.
Careful, someone here might be named Texas.
Thank you. And of course, my darling friend, Mr. Meatloaf, comes from Texas. So, I didn't know I'd be on his territory, but I'm here, and that's divine. Okay, have we anything to ask us? What's that? There's a skeleton doing stuff. Sorry. Hi. Sorry? Are people asking questions? What's happening here? You can go.
I think so. Okay, whoever it was in the very, very back, shout really loud, because...
I can't hear the lady.
Yeah, shut the door. I mean, are these people professional? I don't think so. Okay, I'm sure they are. Now what? Too much light. Not the light.
Okay, good.
Okay, sorry. Can you not hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
You're just fine now. All right, anybody else have a question to ask? Everybody's done silent. Okay, I hate to be that guy, but we love you is not a question.
What was the raunchiest thing that happened during filming?
Meatloaf, it's wonderful to talk about Meatloaf this evening, because I am in Texas, so I have to. So the most astonishing thing was, it's not astonishing, but Meatloaf wanted to be an actor, which was an extraordinary idea, given a God-given voice like his, and he actually wanted to act. Why? Ugh. Anyway, so Meatloaf did Rocky Horror in Los Angeles in the year dot. Okay, but Rocky Horror is 40 years young this year. That's the stage show. The film 2 years later, but we're 40 years young. We started this in 1973 at the Royal Court Theatre in London to a 60-seat room. It's getting as small as that now, it seems. And we had Mick Jagger and Bianca and Elliot Gould queuing up on week 5, because we did a 3-week run, and they said, would you hang in there for 2 more weeks? Because we think we're going to move this thing. It's going to work. It worked. It just blew them away. It was amazing. And Tim Curry was stunning, 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 stunning. Anyway, so on we go. We do all that, and they say, can you stay on for another 2 weeks upstairs at the Royal Court? I said, no, I can't afford to do this anymore, sorry. You know, 18 quid a week, I gave it to my nanny, I had a baby at the time, he's looking after. And so I made no money, and my agent wasn't happy. And I had to go on to bigger and better things, like Lady Macbeth. You know what I mean? I have played her. I'm pretty good as her, actually. Anyway, apart from that. So, things went on, but the thing was then Lou Adler came and watched the play, brought by Britt Eklund, who said the other month that she discovered me. I said, yes, I've heard that rumor. Sorry. Anyway, so Lou Adler goes in. So, we got 20th Century Fox, we got Lou Adler. Right, they say, right, Pat, have lunch, let's talk. We're going to discuss making the film of Rocky Horror 2 years later after the stage show. And, and in the meantime, Tim Curry went to Los Angeles to play at the Roxy and that's where Meatloaf came in. Meatloaf came in to play Eddie and Dr. Scott. So the Loaf was in there, that was that. Susan Sarandon, we went to see it. Tim Curry knew her and said, why did you audition for Janet for the movie? And right, okay. So, and we got in there, I believe Elvis Presley went to the Roxy, Keith Moon, they all knew he was in because of the champagne bottles lined up. And they were all obviously in kind of rock and roll heaven now. And Meatloaf arrived at the first day of rehearsal for the film at the White House Hotel in Earl's Court. And he came in, because I have to tell his story because I'm in Texas. So he comes in, and he was, I think he might have been about 19, I'm not quite sure. Maybe, not much older. Anyway, and he came in, and he is a big boy, but beautiful with a lovely, sweet face. And he came in, he walked in the door, and he said, "Hi, Herb." I thought, oh God, who's that? And I thought, he's a little bit loud, you know, and anyway, and overwhelming. And then that first day, we were rehearsing all our songs, and, you know, to make the recording. And so suddenly this boy, whom I'd never met before and never heard sing, stood up and sang Hop Tootie. And I swear, this was in this vacant hotel where they had rehearsal rooms. And he sang, and the walls shook, the chandeliers shook, everything shook with that voice, which was so pure and magnificent. And, oh my God, I'd never heard anything like that. Stunning. So that was Mr. Meatloaf.